Hello everyone, welcome to day 228 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. We're playing against the 1400 here. I've never played against someone this high rated. Let's play the Caro-Kann defense. They play d4. They play knight out, and I'm fine actually here to take and go on e4. They can recapture, and we can go into the Tartakower here. And I know that here it's good to develop the dark squared bishop. The light squared bishop could come out, but I think at the moment I just play bishop to d6 and keep everything solid. Try to castle and just try to go for some nice development. They develop a knight. I'm not really worried about them jumping forward at the moment. I'll go ahead. I would go ahead and castle. I could immediately try and pin their knight to their bishop. Don't know if that's the best move. I could push c5 to try to develop my own knight, which is quite good. I think first I'll just go ahead and castle here. Could try to pin the bishop and then attack it somehow, but don't see how I can do that. They push h3. This pawn push, if they take, this pawn push isn't good because if they take, how about pawn push? I do have this check right now on their king. If they block with their bishop, could bring my bishop forward, but I think that's going too far. That wouldn't really work because they could always push. They stop my bishop from coming to g4. Bishop check also just can't be that good. So pushing this isn't really that great at the moment. Although I do want to bring my bishop out because my knight really can't move. I'll play bishop to e5 just solidly. If they kick me away, I'll just drop back. If they kick me away with g4, I'll just drop back. They go ahead and actually castle. This does potentially give me some sort of sacrifice. Although I can't really use any sacrifice at the moment. Their king would be very weak after a bishop sacrifice. But I can't really do much with that at the moment. I will go ahead and develop my knight probably now. I could go after the bishop. Queen up doesn't target anything. I mean, now it's more safe to go for c5 because if they take and take. c5, if they take, I can just take because if the queen takes, then I recapture and we're completely fine. So if they push through, I just really want to be able to develop my knight. Takes, takes, queen takes, I can take. That's no problem. And so here they go ahead and play c3. If I take, they can take this way, which is quite annoying. Could push through. I'll just go ahead and take here. If the knight takes, I have the option of sliding back. If the pawn takes, I can finally develop. If they kicked me away, I'd probably just move my knight. They actually go ahead and take with the pawn. Now I could develop my knight to c6. If they hit my knight with a move like bishop b5, that would be quite annoying. But that wouldn't really do that much. I could go ahead and try to force a bishop move from them. But I think I will just go for knight to c6 now. With some natural development. They're just playing moves which really prevent me from being able to develop easily. I'll go ahead and bring my rook to e8 just to see the bishop and be in the center. That would let them pin my knight, but then I just kicked them away with a6. So I'll go for this. If the bishop comes out, I play a6. That would damage my structure. Instead they go for bishop trade. This bishop is a good piece that I have, but I actually don't have many good squares for it. Sliding back can't really be that good. Sliding back can't be a good choice. I'll go ahead and trade. The queen has to take now. The queen takes. I am seeing that I could potentially attack this pawn, but not at the moment. I also can't develop my rook anywhere. Could have 3 pieces attack this, but only if I got my bishop to b6. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to play now. My rook can't really develop anywhere good. I could just bring a rook to the open c-file, almost open c-file. They just developed the bishop. I'd really love to get a rook to this square, but I can't at the moment. I also can't take. I could go the long way with my knight to target the pawn. I could also just slide back and slowly try to target. If I slide back, they can push probably. If I slide back and they push, I just jump forward and I think I should be fine. If they push, I just jump forward, it's protected twice. Rook over is a nice move. Yeah, I'm not really expecting much here. If I move my bishop, they can just push, and then let me see, if I play bishop b6, they can push, but then I just take the bishop. They have 3 pieces defending the pawn. I can add as many attackers as I want, but I don't think it'll change that much. I am seeing that if I could sacrifice or remove this knight from the board, I'd have queen to d6 with some nice attacks. I think this is an okay move. Because they have a push, I take the bishop and I'm tempering the rook. If I push here and the queen takes, okay, so let me see this, let me calculate this. If I push here and the queen takes, I'll have 3 attackers on this. I think that'll be okay. Pushing here, I can potentially target the bishop as well. They're trying to kick my knight, but I'm fine with that. The queen can't really take because then I take her. They do actually go ahead and push. Now my knight is hanging. I do have this move to temper the queen. I also have this move. Here if they take, I have a check. Here I'm threatening to take. Here if they push through, I have a very nice square. Here if they take, here if they take, I take. Yeah, I don't see that much there. I think I just jump forward here. Can also take. Taking attacks their queen. So hold on. Taking attacks their queen. If they take my rook, I take their queen. They take my queen. Here, if they take, I take. Yeah, there's nothing there really. I'll go for the simple knight to e5, I think. The rooks see each other. I see their queen. They can take here. Then I take here. If they take, I take. Okay, so here I take their rook, I think. Take their rook comes in, I take. I think that's much better. They recapture. I can take. They could be threatening some queen to king pin. They could be threatening to pin my queen to my king, but I think for now it's fine. I don't see any tactics here. I can stop the pawn right now, which I think is the best move. But then if I stop the pawn, they come in here. And that's really bad. If I stop the pawn, they come in here, I can take. But then the queen takes. That's very, very bad for me. I think I can push here because if they take, I have a check. The king slides over. And then they're safe, so that doesn't work. Could slide my rook up. They're just trying to threaten to pin my queen. I really have to stop this. I don't see a way I can counterattack them easily. I could bring my queen up. But then if they push, it's a big problem. Yeah, I don't really see how to get out of this situation. I could potentially use this diagonal, but I can't at the moment. Queen up seems nice, but then I'm not really hitting anything. Queen up if they push, I take. Also, this just loses to checkmate. Wow, that's a terrible move. Okay. Yeah, they find it. I'll go ahead and resign. Don't know why I ignored the rook here. Let's have a look at this game. They played very well. They played with a 94.9. I played with a 77.3. And I made 3 mistakes this game. The opening was good. I've played this before. Bishop d6 is good. Bishop e6 is better. Castling is correct. It's better to take with the knight because that hits my bishop. Knight c6 is good. And all these moves that I made were quite good. Trading's fine. I'm actually better here. Rook over looks good. Queen up is best. Maybe because I would have a sacrifice of like a rook here to bring my queen in, maybe. Sliding back isn't a good move. Knight over is better. This was okay. f5 was a mistake because they can just... I actually had to play queen to d5, which I did see. A move stopping the pawn from ever pushing, adding pressure to this. But it just felt wrong with so many pieces that could attack my queen. And a rook maybe coming in. I take their bishop. Knight to e5 is completely wrong. I had to bring my queen up actually and give up the piece. Well, I guess the pawn would be pinned to the queen in this case. I missed queen to d6. I stopped them from pushing. If the rook takes, I take with my pawn. And if they take my knight, they lose their queen, so they can't actually take. I missed that move completely. Taking the rook first wasn't correct. I had to just take the knight. It would be fine if this trade happened. And here, although material is equal, I'm completely losing because of these central pawns. And especially this d pawn, which is very strong. It's just a passed pawn. That completely changes the game for them. They push through. And I did really think about king to f8 here. Just trying to bring an extra piece to defend against these two pieces. A pin is coming very soon. If I don't move my queen, let's say I make any move, they can push, and now they're just completely winning. They can unpin themselves, and they come in here, and I have to play moves to escape. Instead I just blunder with queen to g5, which just gives mate in 3. So obviously I resign. Nothing I can do here to stop mate. My position was looking very bad. after they pushed here. And the only way to defend myself here was to bring my king slowly over. Which I did think about, but I didn't see how I was going to be able to defend here. It says the best move is rook c7. Now my best move would be b5. Just trying to attack them. I'm trying to free myself. Oh sorry, not a5, b5. But then they just pick up material. It's very hard to defend here. I had to bring my king over, which I completely didn't see. Well, I did see, I didn't play at all. So we lose the game. But we played someone who was 1400, so I'm fine with the loss here. I just had to find king to f8 to defend myself, which I didn't. But they were winning either way. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.